Are you chasing something that is outlandish? Are you working on accomplishing something that is unique? Are you pursuing a goal or a dream or an ambition that is considered off the wall by people, that doesn't compute for the masses, that people think you're crazy for spending your time on? You're not alone. It's the way of the world. You might have a pursuit, a target, a journey, a mountain you want to climb that many people think are either too hard, too foolish, or just plain impossible for you to scale. That's what the world does. The world throws down barriers. The world throws down obstacles. The world tries to bend you to its will. The flesh tries to bend you to its will. This illusion tries to absorb you into the mirage. But have faith. Have faith. It's just that the world doesn't understand your language. You just speak words that the world cannot compute, that your friends, that your family, that your loved ones might not be able to reconcile. Yahuwah, Yahusha, the Most High, He who breathes life into all things, He who brings all things into existence, manifested as the flesh, as Hamashiach. Yahusha, the Most High who saves, the meaning of the word, the meaning of the name. Yah, the Most High. Shah, salvation. Yah, who delivers salvation. Yah, who redeems. In speaking to the lying, hypocritical Pharisees in John 8, where they're asking him, where do you come from? They were astonished. They were amazed at his teachings because they knew him not to have been taught in the ways of the law, in the ways of the scripture, in the ways of the Torah. And yet, they said, how does he understand letters? How does he understand the writings? How does he understand the book? Because they didn't teach him. And that's because his instruction, he told them what he delivered to them doesn't come from himself. He seeks not the esteem of men nor the esteem of himself. He works in the esteem of the Father, of Abba. And they were going on and on about how they're the sons of Abraham, that their father is Abraham, that their father is Elohim. Who is Yahusha? Who are you, they were saying to me. And he says to them, he says, if you were truly of Elohim, then you would know me, for I am of Elohim, and you would understand me, you would love me, you would hear me. Of course, I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially he says to them, in no uncertain terms, he says, you are not from Elohim. You are not of the Father. He is not your Father, because if he was your Father, you would know me, because I am from Elohim. But you do not know this, because you do not hear my word. And I often say this is why you don't, and this is why you can't debate someone into coming to Yahuwah Yahusha. You can't debate someone into believing in Yahuwah. You can't debate someone into believing in Hamashiach, the Messiah. You cannot reason them into it. You cannot logic them into it. You cannot argue them into it. It's not like a sale that you need to... And bless these street preachers who are out there preaching the word. Preach the word. I'm out here preaching the word. Spreading the good news. Spread the good news. But getting into arguments over minutia on why someone should believe in Yahuwah Yahusha and trying to convince them as if you're trying to close a sale and overcome their objections. You're not going to win them over because it's Yahuwah Yahusha lives in your heart. You have to hear the word. You have to receive the word. And when you receive the word, then you will know. And when it is your time to hear, you will hear. So if someone is preaching the word and it resonates, it's because you hear the word, not because I'm closing a sale, not because I'm convincing you against all of your so-called better judgment. It's not because I have won the argument. Now you're like, well, I have to believe now. No, it comes from in here. You have to believe in your heart, not in your mind, in your heart. There have been times where I've believed. There have been times where I've been an atheist. And I'm going to tell you now, if you would, when I was an atheist, if you try to argue with me as to why there is a Yahuwah, why there is a Supreme Elohim, I would debate with you all day. You would never convince me because I didn't want to be convinced. Not until the penny dropped, not until my time came, not until I heard the word. Not until it resonated. Not until I was ready to receive the word did I receive the word. And then, I am telling you, when the penny dropped, it wasn't because someone argued me into it, convinced me of it, debated me into it. None of that. When my time came and I received the word, in that moment, and in all the moments ever since, I understood everything. I saw everything. I received so much that my cup runneth over, such that I'm out here in 11-degree weather sharing the good news because I'm compelled to, because my cup overflows, because I have been filled with so much love and glory and healing and joy in His everlasting life. I'm filled with the Ruach, the set-apart spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, the breath of Yahuwah. And I'm compelled to live as an example for my people. And in that way, if my word is resonating with you, it is not my word. It is the word of Yahuwah Yahusha. And if it's your time and it resonates, you will know because you will hear it and you will understand it. And you may not understand. Look, I'm not saying the moment I received the word, I understood all things. But in that moment, I knew it to be true. In that moment, I knew it to be real. In that moment, I saw what I had never seen before. Not truly. And it's been a journey since then. I've come to a place where I see all things now. It all makes sense. It finally all makes sense. Everything connects. Everything fits. All the equations. I see it. I see the zeros and the ones behind the mirage. But you couldn't argue me into that. This isn't a sale you could have closed. When the time comes to hear, you will hear. The Pharisees didn't know the word. They didn't hear the word. They didn't understand the language because Elohim wasn't in their heart, wasn't in their soul. The Ruach, the breath of Yahuwah, they had not received. And so if you're pursuing something, if you're out there fighting to achieve your dream, if you're out there trying to do great things, magnificent things, grand things, and people don't believe in you, that's okay. They just don't speak your language. Those that hear you will hear. Those that know you will know. Those that see you, they will see and they will perceive. And if what you are attempting to achieve is meant to revere Yahuwah, to honor Yahuwah, to love Yahuwah with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, love your fellow man as you love yourself, then your journey is blessed. And you will get where you need to go, and you will receive what you need to receive, and your cup will overflow.